Sam Wilson, Captain America, issue number 2. Okay, let's talk about this one. So, issue 1, I think I gave it a 3.5 out of 10. It wasn't very good. How is issue 2 compared? Well, unfortunately, it's even worse, I think. Oh boy, I feel like they keep trying to reboot this character. And I was talking to my standard streaming friends. So Sean, everyone knows Sean, and we stream all the time together. And he made a great point, because one of my points was that in comic books, many times they swap the character around for a little bit, right? So there's a black suited Spider-Man for a little bit until he becomes normal again. There's the electric blue Superman for a little bit till he becomes normal again. There's Azrael as Batman for a little bit until it becomes, Bruce Wayne again. And these kinds of things happen. Gray Hulk was gray for a time, then of course went back to being green. So this happens often in comics. You have Lady Thor or whatever, and then they usually just revert back. But I feel like for Sam Wilson, they keep pushing this. And this is what Sean and I were discussing privately. And he mentioned that, why do they keep pushing this out as a thing? He clearly is successful as the Falcon. Why does he need to become Captain America when Steve Rogers is also around? Valid points. But for this comic, I am reviewing just the comic on its own, not necessarily how it came together. It's a comic book. It's out there. You can buy it. And, they want us to read it. So why do they want us to read it? I don't really know. I'm going to give the storyline a 0. That's brutal. I got to tell you, there's nothing going on. You've got this Eagle Star company who wants to use Wakandian technology in order to help people, but somehow control them as well. So they're taking the underprivileged people and they're going to the bad areas, and I don't really get why. Why are they doing this? What is the point of it anyways? There's not really any even discussion if this is something that would be desirable. Maybe some people would just willingly participate. And you're thinking, well, that's crazy. Well, I don't know, because they're not telling me anything in this comic. It starts out well enough. I'm going to give the pacing a 0.5. And the only reason I'm not giving the pacing a 0 is that we do have some fights here in the beginning, which are kind of neat. So Captain America and the Red Hulk Mustachio edition are fighting it out here with Billy here, who is his Cap's cousin. He's trying to protect her. Now, I know Sam Wilson in the film, in this MCU movie, doesn't have the serum. Does he have the serum in the comics? I actually attempted to read a few. I don't know how many times they've relaunched Sam Wilson as Captain America. I feel like they've relaunched him 3 times, 4 times maybe. I definitely read a bunch when it was first launched as Sam Wilson Cap, or the second one. And I remember thinking they weren't too bad. Ultimately, I didn't continue with them because I just felt like it just felt boring to me. And, the other problem is that I actually like Falcon. I like Sam Wilson Falcon with the red and white costume. I know there's the green one from the beginnings, but I do like the red one with the wings. I'm not fully sold on him as Captain America. I don't actually hate the idea. I thought it was really cool for having it for a little bit, and then he goes back to Falcon, and then Captain America comes back as Steve Rogers, just like Gray Hulk or whatever, right? Anyways, so decent fight here. You got the birds come and he's beating him up. So I don't think a non-super soldier Sam could defeat a Hulk, but I guess this Hulk doesn't really want to fight or know what's going on. Maybe he's dumber. He's got a thingy on his arm that controls him or whatever. So that plays a factor. So pretty good in the first few pages. I thought, okay, well, at least there's a fight, which is, some of this fight should have been in the previous issue as well to help the pacing out. But decent fight here. I'm like, okay, they're fighting it out. This is pretty cool. Big smash. I'm going to give the art a 1.5. I actually like the art. It's cool. It's colorful. It's like, it's like a bit bolder, right? And I like this battle here. It's pretty cool. So he's like punching shit, and this is what Captain America needs to be, right? Action. like fight threats, like big guys, like, stuff like that. It makes it cool. Like I like this, like boom, smash the guy with the shield. That's pretty cool. But yeah, unfortunately, after this, it drags to hell and back. So Captain America is now captured, and the rest of this comic, which is at least 2/3 of it, is a bunch of nothingness. They're talking. Here's, I guess this is the other Falcon, who I don't know at all. I haven't kept up with Captain America, so I don't know who this character is. I think this guy's in this new movie. I'm seeing that tonight, by the way. So I'll give you guys my review. I mean, how dumb is... So let's get into the characters right now. I'm going to give the characters a 0.5. The reason I gave it a 1 last time because I like Sam Wilson, but he does a lot of really dumb things like this. He sees a force field and he walked into it or something. Like, how dumb is he? Oh, everybody knows you get... Like, this is like Star Trek 101. There's a force field. You can't walk through it. What a fool. Like, this is so stupid. And then this guy is a cheap villain. Okay, I don't understand anything about his motivations or why he cares or what he's doing it. He's literally doing it because he has to be the evil white guy. I'm pretty convinced of that because they're not giving this guy any sort of proper like introduction or story or anything to get me to hate this guy. I mean, I guess I hate him because he's boring, and that's really the worst thing you can be. If you're reading a comic, you need to either be super hated because you're an evil scumbag, or maybe like the governor or something from like a Walking Dead or whatever, or you have to be a cool looking guy like Strife, right? If Strife showed up, you're like, oh shit, this guy's badass, right? And then you like him for the looks, Darth Vader, right? This is like Suit Man or whatever, and I don't care. Like, he doesn't seem evil enough for me to be that angry. And his motivations and stuff aren't clear anyways. It's just weird. I mean, the enjoyment factor, I think I'm going to give it a 0. Like, I'm done. I'm already done. Issue 2, I think I'm done with this comic. Maybe I'll do issue 3 if I really feel like, giving you... Usually, like, issue 1s, you give the benefit of the doubt. It's number 1. They're trying to get people on board. But number 1s really need to be better. And so this is getting a 2.5 out of 10. Mostly because I thought the art was okay, but actually even the art now I'm reconsidering because I feel like after the fight, they just kind of gave up. Now it's reverted to like standard Marvel. Like, this face isn't really that great. Maybe I should give it a 1 for the art. Maybe am I too generous? I'm very generous to artists because I feel their pain. it's like, and also I can't draw anything. So I always kind of feel more on the side of the artist because I feel like, well, I can't do it. And, it's pretty cool. Maybe I should give it a 1 for the art. Right. Look, I'll leave it at 1.5 to help this comic out a little bit, but this is a 2.5. Here's this character, Shadow Soldier. I feel like it looks like he's beating up SHIELD people here. Right. Like, these are all, so I think they're saying that these guys are all controlled by that other guy. Okay. Boring. I don't like this design at all. I don't understand, like, what is he representing from this costume? Am I supposed to care about this character? Yeah, anyway, I'm giving this a 2.5 out of 10. Big time disappointment coming out of Sam Wilson, Captain America, but really, I wasn't really excited for this comic, so this isn't like I'm all like saddened over what's happened. But Marvel, do better. Follow your own advice that you had Sam Wilson when he had that, he literally brought a pedestal and then he stood up on top and then there was a podium. He brought a podium, and this actually happened in the show if you didn't watch it. He steps up on this podium and then he brings a thing. He has the microphone. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, governors and senators, you have to do better. You have to help these evil people who stole people's homes and blew up stuff. You need to do better and help them because they're victims, just like the way that they murdered everybody and they threatened my sister and they killed Battlestar, and they're taking hostages, just like all of those guys. Yeah, they're the victims. So please make sure you help them out. So use that advice for your comics and make them make them better. Make it better, guys. This comic sucks. I don't know what to tell you. That is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, all that kind of stuff. So until next time.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.